The prophetic vision of Messiah's reign and the restoration of the earth. Welcome to Pleroma Pathways, apocalyptic and mystic Christianity, where we explore esoteric and apocalyptic texts. Throughout the scriptures, the promise of the Messiah's reign and the restoration of the earth is a central theme, not only in the book of Revelation, but throughout the writings of Moses, the Psalms, and the prophets. The expectation of a righteous kingdom where justice and peace prevail is woven into the fabric of biblical prophecy. King David, in the Psalms, foresaw a time when all nations would turn to the Lord in worship, the wicked would be judged, and creation itself would rejoice in the coming of divine justice. The universal recognition of Yahweh. David prophesied, "All the ends of the world shall remember and turn unto the Lord, and all the kindreds of the nations shall worship before him." Psalm 22:27. This vision extends beyond Israel, foreseeing a future where all peoples acknowledge and serve Yahweh. The triumph of righteousness will bring an end to war, as he maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. Psalm 46:9. And the Lord alone will be exalted among the nations. The psalmist also speaks of the meek inheriting the earth. Psalm 37:11, echoing Jesus' words in the Sermon on the Mount. This reign of peace will not only transform human society, but also impact the natural world. Mercy and truth are met together. Righteousness and peace have kissed each other. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Psalm 85, verse 10-11. This poetic description anticipates a time of harmony when divine justice shapes the world. The defeat of the wicked and the resurrection of the righteous. The Psalms also affirm that the wicked will face judgment, but even they will ultimately acknowledge God's authority. Thine arrows are sharp in the heart of the king's enemies. The people shall fall under thee. I will make thy name to be remembered in all generations. Therefore shall the people praise thee forever and ever. Psalm 45:5-17. The rule of the Messiah will bring justice to the oppressed and restore balance to creation. Furthermore, the psalmist envisions a resurrection, stating, "Like sheep they are laid in the grave. Death shall feed on them, but the upright shall have dominion over them in the morning." Psalm 49:14. This morning symbolizes the dawning of a new age, when the righteous will be vindicated, and those once scorned will be restored. The gathering of nations and the reign of the Messiah. David also foresaw the gathering of nations under divine rule. All nations whom thou hast made shall come and worship before thee, O Lord, and shall glorify thy name. Psalm 86:9. This universal worship is linked to the renewal of the earth, as the earth shall yield her increase, and God, even our own God, shall bless us. Psalm 67:6. The Messiah's reign will bring prosperity and healing to creation itself. The prophets continued this theme, emphasizing that Jerusalem will be at the center of this divine kingdom. At that time, they shall call Jerusalem the throne of the Lord, and all the nations shall be gathered unto it. Jeremiah 3, verse 17. This is not merely a political restoration, but a spiritual renewal, as the knowledge of God covers the earth like the waters of the sea. Isaiah 11:9. The resurrection and the transformation of creation. The promise of resurrection is central to this prophetic vision. Isaiah declares, "He will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord God will wipe away tears from off all faces." Isaiah 25:8. This victory over death ensures that the righteous will be established in the renewed earth, and justice will reign. Even creation will respond to the coming of the Messiah. Let the heavens rejoice, and let the earth be glad. Let the field be joyful, and all that is therein. Then shall all the trees of the wood rejoice before the Lord, for he cometh to judge the earth. Psalm 96, verse 11. This poetic imagery suggests that the entire world will be transformed under divine rule. The Messiah, King and Redeemer. The ultimate fulfillment of these prophecies is found in the Messiah, the righteous branch from the line of David. "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth." Jeremiah 23:5. Unlike the flawed rulers of the past, this king will establish an unshakable kingdom. Isaiah envisions the Messiah reigning from Zion. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness. The Lord of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem and before his ancients gloriously. Isaiah 32, verse 1, 23. This reign is not temporary but eternal, fulfilling God's covenant promises. Conclusion. The scriptures present a unified vision of the Messiah's reign, the resurrection of the righteous, and the transformation of the earth. From David's Psalms to the prophets, the expectation remains the same. The earth will not be destroyed, but renewed, and the righteous will inherit it. As Psalm 104 verse 5 declares, "Who laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever?" This prophetic vision is not confined to the book of Revelation, but is the foundation of biblical hope. It is the promise that justice will prevail, that death will be defeated, and that all nations will come to know Yahweh. The Messiah's reign will bring peace, joy, and righteousness, ensuring that creation fulfills its divine purpose.